Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the top 8 of the YugiTuber Grand Championship 2016. For this match, we have DuelRock88 going up against TeamSamuraiX1, and with us for this electrifying commentary, we have none other than YugiMation.
What's going on, guys? My name is YugiMation, also known as YugiMation. Welcome back to the commentary we all love to hate. So let's get right into it.
Absolutely.
Ooh, no extra deck.
Before we get into it at all, we do need to address a couple things. You're probably wondering, where the hell are the rest of the rounds from round 2? Well, what ended up happening was a couple of the competitors were disqualified because it took too long for them to play their matches, so we just had to move them forward and get things back into the loop. So if you guys have been wondering where it's been taking so long for us to move forward, that's why. So here we are with the top 8.
I'm looking at no extra deck. I'm loving it.
We're looking at
it's practically McDonald's up in here.
We are looking at no extra deck indeed. We got some Monarch shenanigans there, doing its typical stuff.
Obviously, Pantheisms, you gotta love them.
Pantheism dishing Frost Blast, which is probably one of the best things you can discard with Pantheism, because it's still going to be a live card later on.
Yep, you don't need a banish for the prime.
Absolutely. And DuelRock's actually playing a little bit of an interesting take on Monarchs. It's not traditional domain Monarchs, actually. It's actually Klee Monarchs, so that's going to be really... it's going to be cool to see. There's a little bit of synergy there, so I can't wait to see what he does with that.
Well, at least we have extra deck Monarchs going up against Klee Monarchs. Not your typical domain Monarchs that we've been seeing for the rest of the tournament. So that's always a little something extra, right?
That's
Am
true.
I right, ladies and gentlemen? No? All right, let's get right back into the news. Hashtag Keemstar.
Of course. And see, as I said, we have the Cleefort Stealth coming down there, sitting on that beautiful 1800 attack since it was normal summoned. And he's just going to
see a skill drain anytime soon.
I would not deny that there's probably a skill drain set back there.
If you're playing Brilliant Fusion in any deck, and you're going second, it's almost always guaranteed you draw your Garnet. Always.
I know.
Or Lazuli if you decide to play that garbage.
That 6th card, that's going to make all the difference. You have to compress the calculations on that on your hyper geometric calculator.
Exactly.
Hashtag...
whoever even uses them.
Hashtag Nadir 2016.
Dude, that guy's a scrub. Can't even make it to Worlds. Don't even bother PMing me.
I know. I mean, Alessandro De Patria all the way.
There we go. Who is this Glasgow? What? I don't even know.
Glasgow with the Hardo Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's go.
Alright, I might as well just stop recording right now.
Pretty much.
That was pretty lame.
Okay, so it looks like
so you're right. It is something different. We have extra deck Monarchs, and I did not expect the speed rewards to be going into it. It just could be that I'm out of the game for quite a while, or it's some new innovation.
You still play this game?
What? No. Are you kidding me? I don't play children's card games anymore. I play the game of what do you know? Cleats always have the skill drain.
So now
Please always have it.
That stealth is now up to 2,800, which is pretty formidable, especially in a Monarch match, because not only do the Monarchs now, they can't do anything, but, I mean, for TeamSamuraiX1, this is dually bad, because he kind of has a pretty lackluster hand to kind of deal with this now.
Exactly. Especially drawing into the Garnet, which is something you don't want to do.
Yep.
It's looking pretty bleak for Team Samurai.
Absolutely. He is playing Instant Fusion, though, so, I mean, that's pretty good. We're assuming that he is probably playing... I was going to banish the Frost Blast, so DuelRock's going to chain the Stormforth. But, as I was saying, he is playing Instant Fusion, so that is a line of play there, because he's more than likely playing Panzer Dragon. And Panzer Dragon just goes to the graveyard, can pop a card, so he can honestly just do that, and then just kind of do something next turn, so...
Let's see if you're right. You wouldn't know. He is playing Panzer Dragon.
He's playing Panzer Dragon.
Just sit in that, set some stuff, wait till next turn. Hopefully he doesn't draw another Brilliant Fusion, because that will just, add to the ever-growing cancer I developing inside me.
Yep, so he's going to let it die, kill the skill drain in the end phase. Considering his hand, I'd say that's a pretty decent play. Hopefully, DuelRock just doesn't go completely off right now.
Damn, DuelRock's being very tenacious right now.
Very, very tenacious, revealing that Helix for the tenacity, because it does have 2,400 attack and 1,000 defense, so it is a valid target.
There you go. That's why Klees just so happened to work with Monarch stuff, because that's what Konami was thinking the whole time.
I still think it's so funny how Klees just all of a sudden made this resurgence into the game. I mean, mainly Card of Demise, but I mean,
Yeah,
the fact
I
that
was,
you
I
can
was
just
about to say that.
the fact that you can splash
Demise.
it in Monarchs as well, because the Monarch support just happens to work with it too. You know, that's just
No special summon monsters? There you go, here's Demise, dude.
right.
Tribute summoning for days.
Oh,
and then
man.
Monarchs do run a ton of spell and traps, so you just set all that. Or if if you want some, life primes and you just happen to, have the resources to dump, then just keep them in your hand and let them go.
There's a reason Pantheism's at 1 in the OCG, ladies and gentlemen. Just saying.
Yep. Hashtag make it happen here.
I don't
'Cause
know.
that's what
Everyone was
we
wanting
seriously needed.
Stormfort to go to 1.
I don't know.
But I don't know.
Personally, I just think it's
Ooh.
the draw power that I was, sacrifice, no pay 800s just yet.
Not yet.
But it doesn't even matter because that sacrifice is coming down.
Yeah.
Sets to grave. Psh, there's your pay
Well,
800
that
or
stealth
30.
is now at 3,100, so...
You better hope for a tribute summon and a domain to get over that thing.
He's going to need something pretty big here in his... I mean, he could also Stormforth as well, so I mean... He's got that going for him. But, I mean, other than that... Ooh, hard drew into IDOS, that's really bad.
Talk about the luck sack not being on your side.
This is Brick City 5. Well, it's not entirely Brick City, but it's pretty bad.
Not completely, but it's looking like it could be better.
Yeah. He can Tenacity here for a Pantheism, potentially, to kind of just get some better cards. But the problem is... It's going to take a lot. A 3,100 stealth is pretty bad. And on top of that, if it dies, the sacrifice is going to trigger. So
There you go.
I'm
Give
curious.
yourself the pay 800 right off the bat, and
course.
shenanigans continues.
Absolutely.
What are you going to do?
So I'm really curious to see how how Team SamuraiX1 is really going to deal with this. He's going to pitch the return, which makes the most sense. Drawing into Max C, which is just really, really bad right now.
Dude, didn't you know you can Regeki, summon Maxi, and just start swinging for games?
I think we've all probably won a game like that before. So
I think I have.
I've definitely done that at least once or twice.
There you go. then you know exactly how it rolls out.
Absolutely.
You summon the Maxi, your opponent immediately scoops because you basically got them on that Yade lock, dude.
And so now he's going to go for Pantheism again, which, I mean, this card is just so fucking good. And at this point, he's just going to... I think he ditched 2 primes and a return, if I recall what he sent to Grave correctly. And it doesn't really matter because he can just Pantheism again, so it's really not going to matter.
Yeah, so...
But at this point,
what are you going to do?
At this point, he's just digging. Like, he just needs to get something better than what he currently has. He needs a big Monarch, honestly.
Yeah. That and or Domain to start running over stuff. Even though the Stormforth would be able to tribute off the stealth, you still... It's always good to have big monsters.
Yeah, this also isn't a terrible play. Looks like he's going to return and then possibly go for Kuraz, and then he can search off Ether, or Erebus even, and do something with that as well, but not really too sure. I think Stormforce is probably the better play.
I have no clue why, but I legit still thought that skill drain was in effect, so I was just thinking, he drew the IDOS, how's he going to get through this without storm pointing something? Oh man, it must be really late now.
Oh my god, warning, that's really bad.
Well, say goodbye to that.
Well, and that's all the more reason why Stormforth would have been better, because he would have... Yeah, he's just scooping it up. Because then he could have at least removed a monster on the field, even though his monster would have gotten warninged, he would have at least done something, so...
This doesn't look very healthy.
I know, that is probably one of the most horrifying hands I've ever seen in Monarchs.
Alright, this is what you have to do. You have to lay your foundation before you put on the bricks. So, those 2 set cards are your foundations, and we'll just continue to draw more bricks.
Yeah, and DuelRock looks like he's starting off pretty good. He's got Cleafort's Scout now, thanks to the Summoner's Art, and he's got Pantheism, discarding a Pantheism.
Can days get any better for DuelRock right now? I think they can.
This should be a really, really... I don't know, I feel like this should just be completely in DuelRock's favor now, because he can Scout to get another +1. He can Pantheism for a +1. Like, there's so much he can do right now. It's ridiculous.
It's not even funny anymore. Choose the middle one. Team Samurai X. Choose the middle.
It does
He didn't
matter.
choose the middle one. Because it does matter. If you always choose the middle one, it'll guarantee them that they start messing up.
Yep. So it looks like he's going to discard the Tenacity because he's probably going to search Carrier Helix off the Scout and reveal it for the Tenacity.
That would probably be a very optimal play.
Mm-hmm. Unless he has it in hand already, but if he's just going to search it anyway, you might as well just, kill two birds with one stone. Clever
Or
DN tactics.
smash 2 bricks with 1 hammer.
In this case, yeah, you're probably smashing like 6 bricks with 1 hammer, so.
There you go, dude. Reveal a Helix. Well, we see the Tenacity come down, revealing Helix. Oh, I must be lagging. He already did.
Yeah, so that's already all done. And so now, I'm curious to know what he's going to search with Tenacity here.
Pantheism.
Yeah, and it looks like that's what he got.
Oh, I just guessed. I guess I'm not lagging.
And he's got Duality now as well. Wow, he's just really digging through his deck. So he reveals a Stealth, Carrier, and a Tenacity. So
did I mention I'm psychic? I am Omega.
I mean, you've proved it in the past once before, so.
There you go.
And so he's going to choose to add the Tenacity, which he can use for next turn.
Generating more pluses on top of the Scout that it doesn't look like Team Samurai is going to be able to deal with. Activate another Pantheism because it's good.
Honestly, he's probably just digging for like his side deck cards because, I mean, more than likely he probably sided Mask of Restrict. Or anything else really that can just completely shut down Monarchs. And so the fact that he's already Pantheism as much as he has, I mean, he's honestly dug so deep into his deck.
Absolutely.
So that's probably the intention with all the deck thing, because now he can just sit on that Helix, and depending on how much back row he drew, he could honestly just control the duel completely from there, especially because Team SamuraiX1's hand is so bad.
It's not even funny how many bricks we're seeing right now. Come on, Sam. I know you can do it. You gotta dig a little deeper.
Okay. And so now it looks like we're just waiting for DuelRock to end his turn here. I'm just trying to think, because even if you Stormforth for Kuraz, like, depending on how many back row he has, like, if that gets warninged, like, he basically just loses. Because then
or
Scout
skill
just... Yeah, or Skill Drain.
Because, Klees always have it, even though it's at 1.
Yeah, it's true.
Just like how Cosmos always have that stupid Dark Destroyer in hand first turn. They can summon... oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
I wonder why he was asking if he had full house.
Back row. Yeah, I think... Yeah, that'd be really funny.
And he just has to draw into the escalation, not making things look good for Sam at all.
At first, I thought Sam was the one asking about full house being set, because that would have been... like, the mind games. Oh, the Mask of Restrict. That's so bad.
Never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, this duel's over.
Honestly, those other 3 back row are completely irrelevant at this point.
Completely
like, Mask of
irrelevant.
Restrict
you can't
is like,
do anything.
Yeah. Team SamuraiX1 just completely locked out at this point. And,
please? We don't need a tribute. Just summon a monster and activate Mask.
DuelRock can honestly just keep searching for more Klees, just summoning and attacking. He doesn't need to do anything else.
My goodness. Adding salt into the wound right now. Sprinkle it with a little bit of lemon and then, have to throw in some vodka just because.
All he needs to do at this point is like flip anti-spell and like every other floodgate he probably has back there, and then he's fine. And then it's just over.
Macrocosmos.
Macrocosmos, even though for no reason, just because he wants to troll. Macrocosmos.
Macrocosmos anti-spell
Skill Drain.
Skill Drain. Never mind. All right. And I was going to finish it off with an Imperial Custom just to, really make things worse. But, Skill Drain's just as good.
Because you really need to ensure that Mask of Restrict and Skill Drain don't get destroyed.
Absolutely. Because if you lose those, you lose the game.
Oh my god, that is just such a brutal way. Like, I don't know what you could draw at this point that would help you.
More bricks, that's what we're drawing.
And that's it. We see Team SamuraiX1 with the GGs. DuelRock88's going to move on to the top 4. Thank you all so much for watching the video. We'll see you in the next match.
Later.